Welcome back, library friends. Again, my name is Miss Raquel, and I'm Miss Jen Ordaz, and we're here in front of the Fire Communications Center. So let's see what they do here at the Communications Center.
Okay, come this way, guys.
Thank you.
Come on into our Communications Center. This is where we take the 911 calls for emergency fire and medical, and then we dispatch the fire units to those calls. We have a large center because we have several agencies that we dispatch for out of the Stockton Fire Communications Center. And we also have full kitchen and dorms because we do 24-hour shifts here in the Communications Center, and we sleep here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's 3 shifts that rotate between 24-hour shifts. And currently, I'm the supervisor on the B shift. Today is the C shift that's working, and I'm just going to show you a little bit about what we do here when we clock on in the morning. Like I said, we have a full kitchen and dorms in the back where we sleep. We have lockers, showers. We keep all of our stuff here as if it's our second home because we are here 1/3 of the time. Since we do 24-hour shifts, we do 10 shifts a month as scheduled. And sometimes we have a lot of overtime, so we're working over to another shift where, again, we'd need to shower here, get ready here, and then continue on to that shift before we get to go home to our family.
Wow.
So here's a typical dispatch center here. This is one of our consoles, and you can see there's a lot of screens because we have a lot of things going on. We have a computer-aided dispatch screen. We call it a CAD. We have our radio console, our phone console, although it's on a computer screen. And then we have these new monitors that we got hold our maps for us, so we can see what's going on in the county or that we dispatch for within the agencies we dispatch for, and where those units are at currently. So currently, when a call comes in for a fire or a medical, we take the call here in the center, and then we put the address in there of where it's at, and the computer is smart enough that it tells us who to send.
Wow.
So if it's a call here at the corner of Sonora and Church, then we would send the closest unit here, which would be our firehouse next door at Sonora and Church.
Wow.
So important to know for the children that when you call 911, it's very important to know where you're at. Know your address. Know your phone number if you have it, but definitely know your address or where you're at. Be aware of your surroundings because that helps us a lot. Limits down to where we're going to be going to.
It's good to know.
Yes. So any other questions about the dispatch center? They're really busy in here right now, so we don't want to limit our talking so that they don't have a lot of feedback on the radio so that the crews can hear the dispatchers and there's no interference.
Wow.
Kind of a safety measure.
Yeah. I'm just amazed by how many screens they're able
there's
to.
a lot of screens here. There's a lot of equipment here, and we just went through a major remodel in the last couple of months, and so we got all new consoles and all new computer screens.
And it must be important to have updated technology when you're working with emergency services.
Very much so, because we are dealing with life and safety issues 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So currently in this center here, we dispatch for 5 fire agencies. Obviously the Stockton Fire Department. We dispatch for the Lodi Fire Department.
Oh, wow.
Lathrop, Manteca City, and Tracy. And Tracy's ever so growing.
Yes.
They're pretty close to being as big as our firehouses here in Stockton.
Wow.
Yes. And so with the new upgrade of equipment, we've also had upgrades in the field. So a lot of our units out in the field that we dispatch for have new radios and new ways of us telling them that they have a call. We call it our alerting system.
Okay.
And maybe you'll get to see that in one of the firehouses, how the lights flicker so it wakes up the firehouse and the speakers open, and then you hear the dispatcher's voice.
Yeah. I got to hear, I think, some of it when I was in the firehouse.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh,
Yep, that's
it's time to go on a run.
coming out of here.
So important.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And I don't know if right now is when you want to share with us, but I was just so curious, how did you get involved in being a dispatcher? For those who might be interested in that as a career, what would they have to do to prepare?
So I always wanted to be in a government agency job, and I had a stepmother that was a supervisor here in the dispatch center.
Oh.
And she, she'd come home and I'd hear the fun stories and then I decided, you know what, I think that's something I'd like to be interested in. So when the
Yeah.
opportunity arose some 20 odd years ago,
Wow.
I applied for the City of Stockton and got hired on. So I've been with the City of Stockton over 20 years, about 20 and a half years now.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. So you must be happy here if you've stayed for that long.
I am happy here. This has been a wonderful career choice. I work with a lot of great people, and it's got wonderful benefits. So be able to retire with the city.
And for those people who are wanting, whenever you have openings, I know there's study guides that they can do. So for the library, you can request study guides if you want to take the test, the civil service exam to be a dispatcher.
Exactly.
That's something they can get at the library.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, and also keep an eye on that city website because that's when they're always posting job openings.
Good. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You know,
Thanks
for
for
doing
coming.
such an essential service to us. I know it's not every day that you get to see kind of the behind the scenes.
Right. It's
And
true.
the fact
You don't.
yeah, you don't see that, 24-hour
The
shifts.
chaoticness that we have in here.
That's
yes.
amazing. I mean, like, lives are depending on you. So, it helps to have skilled service people.
Thank you. Thank you. We
supporting
appreciate
all
that.
that
And we
we do.
appreciate the citizens of Stockton. That's who we're here to serve.
Yeah, well, thank you. As a citizen, I'm saying thank you.
Of course.
So thank you so much. Well, this was a wonderful tour. Thank you so much for joining us, friends. I can't wait to show you around another story house with another firefighter, dispatcher, and I hope you, again, stay cool and stay safe, friends. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and see you next time.